Well, it's a half moon today, or what do they call it? Crescent moon. There's a car. Yeah, it's late at night. It's like 3 in the morning. And I'm like, if you imagine if it's a crescent moon, you know how like they always have an eye in the moon? Pretty cool, right? So, there's no one here. Oh, it's really morning. Yo, it's nighttime. Shh. I'm gonna walk. Like, hey, look. I don't know if I can. Oh God, there's no car. Listen, listen. Oh my God, there's. Oh wait, maybe there's a car coming. Oh wait. Oh, the light flickering. See, red light. That means midnight. I mean, it's nighttime. 3. We're gonna have a university party. Let's go. Oh. Okay. So I got distracted by the sounds or the sirens or something. I don't know. Anyway, the guy talked about Donald Trump, and you know, he said in his opinion that he shouldn't, you know, probably shut his mouth or whatever. And then I was listening. I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, and I said out loud, I was like, well, Donald Trump, he said whatever he wants. He doesn't care. You know, it's like he's an entrepreneur. And then the host say, entrepreneur. And then the older Filipino guy is like, but that's his opinion, right? I'm not saying whether or not it's what he think of it. Of course, everybody's allowed to have their say in it. But then I was thinking, I was looking around, and I was like, wait a second, because it's you know, the Chinese. Now I was observing a lot of people, right? The lady, the Chinese, or was it Chinese or Korean? I don't know. And she was talking about that, you know, between probably Chinese. So they were sensitive about, you know, the Chinese, the you know, the what China trade, whatever. They were sensitive and don't want to talk about it. And then I was thinking in my head out because I was playing, and I was kind of heated myself because I was like, wait a second, what's the point of politics? Because here's the thing about politics is people get into people want to stop pontificating and debating if they're not going to do anything about it, right? Now, I talked to my brother. He's like, people debate because maybe they don't have anyone to talk to, or to debate for their point of view, right? But at the end of the day, if it's impasse, nothing happened, and nobody get. I think it's a waste of time if people, let's say, if people debate on Facebook, right? But nothing is going through the other person's head. Nobody's listening, right? That's pointless. They're debating on something that nobody cared to listen or not doing anything about it, right? This is my point. My point is, why debate if you're not going to do anything about it, right? Now, my brother's like, he made a good point where if you're debating or you have a point of view about politics, you got to be open-minded. But people who debate and get heat up, they don't allow the person to see their point of view. So, because for me, I got to listen to other point of view so I can share it with the world, right? Now, I was looking whether online is still important and offline is still important, whether however you share with people is still important. People forget that if you have followers, you don't know who's watching it, right? People who, whether they are entrepreneurs or who have influence over. So there is a lot of people who debate on politics and they want things to change, but they don't themselves. At the end of the day, it's pointless to debate if there's nothing being done, there's nothing being changed to help the world to make a better place. Because at the end of the day, I see the world as, people say it's good, yes, by the law of attraction and other positivity, it's good. But the system of America need to change. Something need to be corrected, because as an American, I see that there's a lot of things that aren't going real well. Why is so many mass shootings? Why is this so, right? And I'm not proud of that. Like, how can you be proud of being American if there's a lot of going on between American people, and then there's a bunch of fights, there are a bunch of not, like, how can you change the world if you're always fighting against your own country, your own people? How can you fight in it? How can you kill? I know that there's massive pain, or they, you know, because me and my brother talk about, like, Why am I still outside? Why am I making videos outside? Oh my god, it's so cold. Oh, my hands. Alright, let's talk about this. We need to stop debating and pontificating on politics, and we need to do something about it instead of, because at the end of the day, people who are the individual or average people, they get heat up in politics. But I was thinking in my head, this is my point of view and how I see it, is that people are arguing or get debated and see how they see things, but no ideas being exchanged, no click, no aha. Oh, you absorb the information and then you share it. But the thing is, people hide the information and they don't share it. So my point being is, the power, we give way too much power to the government, right? Right. Because we live in society is that control, I call it the matrix, right? We're controlled by these people. But the problem, we're like the average people or the people that are individual, they give way too much power to the government. But if they themselves have control over themselves, they can do something about it if they choose. They can post a video about it. They can do some small movement offline and do something about it. Because at the end of the day, what's the point of pontificating and debating and it doesn't go nowhere? It doesn't create a movement. It doesn't spark an idea that causes change within the world. Because the world is messed up. Now, this is another point, right? A lot of people, so I'm an American, and a lot of people, I was thinking in my head because I was talking to my brother, it's like, people who are pro-American, people who have pride of being an American, but why are you being proud of being American if the system of America suck, right? It doesn't, sure, we have freedom of speech and sure, we can do whatever, but the killing rate is high, mass shooting happen, and nothing is being done, right? And why are people so gung-ho about American? Of course, there's another country that are worse, but American system needs to change. And also, if you want to change things, it starts with the individual. If they have a following, if they have influence, they have subscribers, they can change the world. And then other influencer, other people, other entrepreneur, people need to do something instead of pontificating and debating on how they think politics should, or how they think that the government should change, right? And I read a couple of things on politics and stuff like that. I want to dive deep. I'll probably dive deep. Remember, this is coming from a guy who don't care about politics. It doesn't matter whether you're young, old, or millennial, baby boomers, Gen Y, Gen Z. It doesn't matter. It matters how you see the world and how you can change the world through you, through the action that you take, through the voice. And people who often hide or wear a mask, they don't often voice things because they're afraid that they might offend people. But nothing changes if you don't voice it, right? I'm voicing right now because I have a voice and I want to get this out there and saying no. Like, it's like so much waste of time if you guys not learning from each other, right? Even let's say some days that if I get a heated argument or heated debate, I'll listen to the person idea, because the only reason why I listen, so it helped me to change my ideas, because maybe my ideas aren't correct. Maybe their ideas are right? But there is no change of view if you cannot see the other person's side of view. And it's very hard because sometimes people want to be ignorant and arrogant and saying this is how it should be done, but then they should allow it to be open. And for me, the reason why I'm open to these things, so I can share it with you, right? Because I know that you can branch off and affect other people, because there's no point. And because I was talking to my brother, at the end of the day though, nobody's doing something. He told me like, maybe you don't know that if people aren't doing something about it. But I'm saying, like, I see it, like, people get heated, but they're not doing. Like, how can you be proud of the American system and be proud of being American if there's a lot of people being killed? Innocent people being killed for what? Nothing. Because somebody got a lot of pain, a lot of unresolved issues that they haven't been dealt with, and then they're unleashing to the world. Just like people who are doing because I was watching a couple minutes, not hours, politics, and it was kind of boring, and it's like they're pontificating and debating, and it's like, oh well, they should do it. No, the point is, what if you're at the end of the day, you're just posting just to post, and nothing's being changed, you're not creating a movement, you're not making a spark. It doesn't matter. The world's gonna be fucked up, right? But it's the individual who has the power to change the world through the action that they take, through a video, because one video matter, one subscriber matter. People don't think that. People think online is just a place where nothing happened, but it does. It changed people's mind, and also help you to speak your truth. It help you in so many ways that people don't understand, but because people are close off, people are scared to speak the truth, unpopular opinion, because it can offend people. Well, nothing changes unless you see a different way. Right now, people who debate and pontificate, they're not sharing with the world. They're only speaking with groups, and I mean, yeah, kind of, but they're not sparking something important, right? They're not doing something important, right? They're not changing the way that the world needs to be. And it's a lot of things need to happen. Right now, as I speak to whether you're a light worker, entrepreneur, kung fu master, spiritualist, or is that even a word? That we need somehow to see the world as it's an individual thing, and it can happen with a group, yes, but it's the people that have ideas, that are passionate about changing this world, that they need to do something about it. Not pontificate, not debate over some politic, but actually doing something about it, right? Go speak to an event, someone that you think that can help you to change the world, right? Not just some offshoot Facebook and just close friend. No, like, if you're not afraid of putting yourself out there, then do it. Otherwise, don't debate, because they're pointless. Unless, if you debate and I get to hear it, then I'll share it with the world, right? Otherwise, waste of time. Because at the end of the day, debate happened, if nobody's learning, waste of time, debate, and at the end of the day, nobody life is being changed, nobody thinking has been altered, nothing changed. And they go on to live their life forgetting, or they don't care about politics, or it become a heated debate. That's my point of view today, and I hope it sparked some ideas and how it can change the world, and how this point of view can change your mind about politics, because otherwise, pointless. And this is coming from a guy who don't really care about politics. I never will. Well, yes, I should care, because it's, government, what was it, politics, I read is about, influence. But individual themselves have influence, right? If they have Instagram followers, or they have subscriber, they still are influencing somebody, ideas, thinking, and behavior just by when they're putting out a video. My thoughts today.